Today, we're going to start on a fascinating journey into the realm of extraterrestrial influence. Imagine a scenario where an advanced alien species, known as the Tall Whites, has been quietly observing and shaping human civilization for centuries. This idea may seem like science fiction, but the evidence and accounts we'll explore suggest otherwise. Join us as we look into the intriguing world of the Tall Whites and uncover the truth behind their mysterious presence on Earth. The Tall Whites are described as tall, humanoid beings with white, almost translucent skin and striking light-colored eyes. They have a slender build and move with an unusual, fluid motion. These beings first came into public consciousness through various reports and testimonies, primarily from individuals who claim to have encountered them in isolated, often military settings. The name Tall Whites emerged from these initial descriptions, capturing their physical characteristics and enigmatic presence. Speculations about the purpose of the Tall Whites' presence on Earth abound. Some theories suggest they are here to observe and study humanity, while others propose they have a more direct interest in our planet's resources or strategic importance. The true intentions of the Tall Whites remain unclear, fueling much of the intrigue and speculation surrounding them. Historical accounts of encounters with the Tall Whites provide a fragmented glimpse into their interactions with humans. Early sightings were often dismissed as fantasy, but over time, patterns emerged that lent credibility to these stories. These early encounters often took place in remote areas, where witnesses reported seeing tall, white figures that seemed to appear and disappear with uncanny ease. One compelling aspect of the Tall Whites' presence is their reported involvement with military personnel. Numerous accounts from former military officials detail encounters with these beings on or near military installations, suggesting a level of contact or interaction. In addition to military encounters, there are numerous civilian reports of sightings and interactions with the Tall Whites, often in isolated or rural areas. Theories about the presence of the Tall Whites on Earth are varied and intriguing. One prevalent theory is that world governments are aware of these beings and are in contact with them, potentially having secret agreements for technology, exchange, or other benefits. Another theory suggests that the Tall Whites exert a silent influence over global events and decisions by integrating themselves into key positions of power. This influence could extend to various aspects of society, from technological advancements to cultural shifts. Evidence suggesting the influence of the Tall Whites can be found in various aspects of human advancement. One compelling area is the realm of technological progress, with rapid advancements in computers, the internet, space travel, and biotechnology, potentially linked to covert assistance from the Tall Whites. Cultural shifts and recurring themes of extraterrestrial life in popular culture might also reflect their influence. Unexplained economic phenomena, such as sudden booms or busts, could be linked to the Tall Whites' manipulation of markets and economies. One unsettling aspect of the Tall Whites' presence is the possibility that humans are serving them without realizing it. This concept suggests that the Tall Whites have infiltrated human society to such an extent that they can direct our actions and behaviors without our conscious awareness. This could be achieved through psychological manipulation, strategic placement of individuals in key positions, and subtle influence over societal norms and values. The integration of alien technology into human society is a fascinating area of speculation. If the Tall Whites possess advanced technological knowledge, they could share this with humans, explaining sudden technological breakthroughs in various fields. Major scientific discoveries and innovations might be the result of information or technology provided by the Tall Whites. Everyday technology, such as smartphones and the internet, could also reflect their influence. The impact of the Tall Whites on human society could be profound. Their presence and influence might be felt in economic structures, political systems and social norms. They could manipulate markets and economies, influence political decisions, and shape cultural values. Understanding these impacts can provide valuable insights into the nature of their influence and the ways in which they are shaping our world. The notion of humans unknowingly serving an advanced alien race like the Tall Whites raises significant ethical questions. If the Tall Whites are indeed manipulating human society, it challenges our concepts of autonomy and free will. The idea that an external force could be directing our actions and decisions without our awareness is both unsettling and thought-provoking. One major ethical concern is the potential exploitation of humanity. If the Tall Whites are influencing our development and using our resources for their own benefit, it could be considered a form of exploitation. This raises questions about the fairness and justice of such an arrangement, especially if we are unaware of the extent of their influence. Another ethical issue is the potential for deception. If the Tall Whites are operating covertly, it implies a deliberate effort to keep their presence and actions hidden from humanity. This secrecy can undermine trust and create a sense of betrayal if their existence and influence were ever revealed. The idea that we are being deceived on such a grand scale is troubling and poses moral dilemmas about truth and transparency. Looking ahead, the future of human-Tall White relations is filled with uncertainties and possibilities. If the Tall Whites' influence becomes widely recognized, it could lead to significant changes in how we perceive and interact with them. Acknowledging their presence might open up new avenues for cooperation or conflict, depending on the nature of their intentions and our response to their influence. One potential future scenario involves greater transparency and collaboration. If humanity becomes aware of the Tall Whites and their capabilities, it might lead to open dialogues and negotiated agreements. Such cooperation could result in mutual benefits, with humanity gaining access to advanced technologies and knowledge, while the Tall Whites achieve their goals in a more harmonious manner. Alternatively, the revelation of the Tall Whites' influence could lead to tension and resistance. If people perceive the Tall Whites as a threat or exploitative force, it could spark efforts to counteract their influence and reclaim human autonomy. This scenario could result in conflict, both within human society and between humans and the Tall Whites, as we navigate the complexities of interspecies interactions. Regardless of the outcome, the future of human-Tall White relations will likely hinge on our ability to understand and adapt to their presence. It will require careful consideration of the ethical implications, a willingness to engage in open dialogue, and a commitment to preserving human autonomy and integrity. By approaching this complex issue with thoughtfulness and vigilance, we can navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. One of the most concerning aspects of the Tall Whites' potential influence is the possibility of psychological manipulation. If they possess advanced understanding of human psychology, they could subtly influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This manipulation could be achieved through various means, including subliminal messaging, targeted propaganda, or even direct mental influence. The idea that our thoughts and actions could be guided by an external force without our awareness is deeply unsettling. It raises questions about the authenticity of our experiences and the extent to which our free will is compromised. Understanding the methods and mechanisms of this potential manipulation is crucial for safeguarding our mental and emotional autonomy. Psychological manipulation by the Tall Whites could have far-reaching implications for individual and societal behavior. It could influence our decisions, shape our beliefs, and even alter our perceptions of reality. Recognizing and counteracting this manipulation is essential for maintaining our psychological integrity and ensuring that our actions are truly our own. The potential influence of the Tall Whites on our economic and political systems is another area of significant concern. If they are manipulating markets and economies, they could be directing the flow of resources and wealth for their own purposes. This manipulation could lead to unexplained economic phenomena, such as sudden booms or busts, and create imbalances that benefit the tall whites at the expense of human prosperity. In the political realm, the tall whites' influence could extend to shaping policies and decisions at the highest levels of government. By placing or influencing individuals in key positions, they could steer political agendas and outcomes to align with their objectives. This covert control could undermine democratic processes and erode public trust in political institutions. Understanding the economic and political implications of the tall whites' presence is essential for protecting our societal structures. It requires vigilance, transparency, and a commitment to investigating and addressing any signs of external influence. By doing so, we can safeguard our economic stability and political integrity, ensuring that our systems serve human interests and values. The tall whites' potential influence on human culture is another area worth exploring. If these beings are indeed guiding human society, their impact on our cultural expressions, values, and norms could be profound. Cultural influence can manifest in various ways, from shaping artistic expressions and popular media to influencing social behaviors and ethical standards. One possible avenue of cultural influence is through the arts. The recurring themes of extraterrestrial life in movies, books, and television shows might reflect a deeper, subliminal message implanted by the tall whites. These cultural products can shape public perception and attitudes towards the idea of alien life, gradually normalizing the concept and preparing humanity for potential revelations about their presence. The tall whites might also influence social behaviors and ethical standards. By subtly guiding societal norms, they could shape our collective values and priorities. This influence could extend to various aspects of life, including our approach to technology, environmental stewardship, and interpersonal relationships. Understanding this cultural influence is crucial for recognizing the broader whites on our world. While we look into the potential influence of the tall whites, the issue of human autonomy becomes increasingly important. If these beings are manipulating our society, it raises questions about our ability to maintain control over our own destiny. Preserving human autonomy in the face of external influence is a critical challenge that requires awareness, resilience, and proactive measures. One way to safeguard human autonomy is through education and awareness. By increasing public understanding of the potential influence of the tall whites, we can empower individuals to recognize and resist subtle manipulations. This awareness can also foster critical thinking and skepticism, reducing the likelihood of being swayed by covert influences. Another approach to maintaining autonomy is through technological and institutional safeguards. By developing and implementing measures to detect and counteract external influence, we can protect our societal structures and ensure they remain aligned with human interests. This might involve creating transparent systems for monitoring and addressing potential manipulations, as well as fostering open dialogues about the ethical implications of extraterrestrial influence. Human resistance to the tall whites' influence is also a possibility. If people become aware of the extent of their manipulation, it could spark efforts to reclaim autonomy and assert control over our own future. This resistance could take various forms, from grassroots movements and advocacy to policy changes and international cooperation. By standing together and asserting our collective will, we can navigate the complexities of interspecies interactions and ensure that our actions reflect our own values and aspirations. The exploration of humanity's potential interactions with the tall whites has unveiled a tapestry of intrigue and mystery, challenging our perceptions of reality and autonomy. From historical encounters to technological advancements, the influence of these enigmatic beings on our world is profound and multifaceted. While we ponder the implications of these hidden interactions, it is crucial to maintain a sense of vigilance and critical inquiry. By fostering transparency and open dialogue, we can begin to unravel the truth behind these covert influences and safeguard our autonomy and integrity as a species. Your engagement and curiosity are vital in this ongoing exploration. If you found this video thought-provoking, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Your insights are invaluable as we continue to look into the mysteries of the universe. Thank you for joining us on this video. Together, let us remain vigilant, stay curious, and strive to uncover the truths that lie beyond the veil of the unknown.